This orange cake recipe has a beautiful orange flavor and it is easy to make and results in a super moist, soft orange cake with tender crumbs. This recipe is so simple that you don't even need an electric beater to make this cake batter. So let us start by preheating the oven at 170 degrees Celsius. Add 2 whole eggs, which is at room temperature. Whisk the eggs for about a minute. Now let us add 3/4 cup of sugar. Now let's mix them well until the sugar gets almost dissolved. In case the sugar granules you're using is little big, you just need to powder it a little bit and then use so that while mixing the sugar gets dissolved a little more easily. At this point you can see that the sugar is almost dissolved. Now you can add half a teaspoon of orange zest. To this I'm going to add in a little bit less than 1/4 teaspoon of orange essence, but just in case if you don't have the orange essence, that's okay, you don't need to add it. Instead you need to increase the amount of orange zest from half a teaspoon to 3 teaspoons so that you will still be able to achieve that beautiful orange flavor for the cake. To this I'm adding 185 grams of orange juice. Here I'm using store-bought orange juice, but feel free to use freshly squeezed orange juice as well. To this we can add 3/4 cup of any kind of flavorless cooking oil like canola oil or sunflower oil. You may add 1 tablespoon of whipping cream. In less than 1 minute of mixing, you will notice that everything is well combined. Now let's start adding the dry ingredients. Let's begin with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a tiny pinch of salt, and now let's mix it well. However, keep in mind, since we've already added the dry ingredients, if you're going to overmix after adding the dry ingredients, it might result in a very hard cake. So be gentle when you're mixing. But make sure there are no lumps remaining in the batter and it should look smooth and silky like this. I have prepared a 9-inch loaf tin, so it is well greased and lined with the parchment paper. So to this, let us add in the cake batter. After giving it a few taps, let us place this in the middle rack of a preheated oven for about 40 to 55 minutes or until when the skewer, when pricked in the center, comes out clean. You can see the cake is out of the oven and in the center there is a beautiful crack formed. Now we're going to prepare a special orange syrup along with an orange glaze. To a saucepan, I'm adding half a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. To this, I'm also adding 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. We don't need to boil this mixture, just make sure that the sugar that we've added is dissolved, and we need to pour this over the prepared cake while it is still hot. So the cake is still hot because it is taken out of the oven just now only. So over the hot cake, let's pour the hot orange syrup which we prepared just now. You might feel the orange syrup is a little too much because you will start to notice some of the orange syrup to float in the edges of the cake tin, but that's okay. Within some time you will notice that the cake is going to absorb the entire orange syrup that we've added. So what we need to do now is we need to allow it to rest for at least 1 hour. Because the cake absorbs the entire orange syrup, it makes the cake very moist and very flavorful. So while it is cooling down completely, let's prepare the orange glaze. To a bowl, we will add half cup of icing sugar. Now to this, you may add little bit of freshly squeezed orange juice. Now if you want your glaze to be nice and thick, you may add 1 tablespoon of orange juice. For me, I like it little bit loose and little bit flowy. So if you are like me, you can add up to 1.5 tablespoon of orange juice. In case if you don't have icing sugar, regular powdered sugar can also be used. So just mix them well. So now our orange glaze is ready to be poured over the cooled cake. So as you can see, the entire syrup has been absorbed very well by the cake, and now let us remove the cake from the tin. And now let's pour the prepared orange glaze over the completely cooled down orange cake. And now it is ready to be served. Within a couple of minutes, you will notice a very thin layer of sugar coating is formed along with beautiful orange flavor. And now let's slice the cake. As the cake is so moist, you can easily slice it, and you can see in the inside the orange syrup is there, which makes this cake super delicious and moist. This cake is an absolute hit among my family and friends every time I make it. It is light, fresh and moist, and above all loaded with beautiful orange flavor. And this cake tastes even more better the next day. I like to keep the cake refrigerated. So I hope you did enjoy today's recipe video. Please don't forget to try this recipe at home, and do let me know your valuable feedbacks through the comment section below the recipe video so that I will know how it came out for you. And thank you so much for watching. And just in case if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, The Bake Boutique, please don't forget to hit the red color subscribe button below the video. And if you like the recipe that I shared today, please don't forget to like this recipe video and share this among your friends and family. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.